Steve, in the early moments of that game, it looked like you were surviving a bit of an onslaught.
We knew they were going to come, Todd. I think, when you read the papers today and when you knew some of the pre-scout that they were going to come at us, and they did, and you got to give them a lot of credit. They pushed early, and for us, Drew McIntyre got us out of that first 20 minutes and gave us a chance to have the game settle in.
We talked about Brandon Kozin at the end of the season a whole bunch, about the fact that he was playing hard but wasn't getting rewarded. Nice to see him get rewarded tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about it. Timing's everything, and we knew he would break out at some point. And in a game like we had tonight, maybe where we weren't that tidy, it was great to have him break out and get a couple of big goals for us.
7 for 7 on the penalty kill and score 3 power plays. That's a really nice night for the Spanish.
Yeah, well, Gord Dineen, Derek King, give them a lot of credit. They take the lead in those areas, and they work diligently with our guys on and off the ice. And as you said, this time here, goaltending and specialty teams, those are the keys, and we had all 3 areas tonight.
You have, maybe in this league 5-on-3s aren't unusual, but you had 4 of them, I think, altogether. And maybe you didn't click early on them, but you did get the goals eventually. But still, it must drive you nuts sometimes on the bench.
It does, and you know what? And I think, Todd, you can attest to this. It's been our nemesis this year, Lance. It has been, and it was nice that we got 1 5-on-3 in the second period. But when you get chances like we had, especially extended 5-on-3s, you want to try to capitalize. But it was nice that our secondary unit with Corbini and Holzer, that unit got that big goal for us late in the third.
Early on, when they did have an onslaught, they had a point blank shot there right off the right post.
Yeah.
That Drew really gloved.
Yes.
That's the key part right there too.
It's huge, and you know what? Dean runs a lot of those specialty face-offs, and it's a work in progress for us to keep looking at video because he does run a lot of trick face-off plays, and they scored a big one there to get that second goal. So we showed some youth, but that's what we want with these guys. We've got Tyler Biggs, Kenny Ryan, and David Brohl out there late in the game, and that's going to serve those young men in our organization well for years to come.
You talk about being up 2-0, but going home, and who may play of your injured guys.
Yeah, well, obviously we've put ourselves in a good spot, but we still have 3 darn good players out of our lineup right now with Carter Ashton, Peter Holland, and Spencer Abbott. So Andrew McWilliam is cleared to play. So now we'll have to make some decisions and have an opportunity to maybe put in, a shot of energy and a shot of adrenaline into our lineup with obviously with 4 pretty good players.
Okay, so at some point you think they'll come back?
Yeah,
should be ready for Thursday?
Possibly, yeah. We'll address that now. We'll decompress and address the lineup. But it's nice to know that those 4 guys are waiting to come back in.
It's a great position to be in, up 2-0, but there's also a bit of a keeping the foot on the pedal moment here that has to be educated to these guys over the week.
It does, and we'll do that as coaches. We won't give them an inch, I can tell you that. We'll make sure practices are where they need to be and that our details are where they need to be. We did what we had to do coming to Milwaukee, but we still got 1 game to win, and that's a tough one.
Sometimes it's hard to close out holding a lead. You guys got 2 empty netters last night. You got the power play and then another empty netter tonight. You guys are really closing it out well, it seems.
Well, our record this year is pretty staggering when leading after 2 periods, and we've done a nice job of that. So, that's something going into the playoffs. We feel comfortable after 40 minutes, but saying that, you still have to make sure you execute. But we've done a nice job all year doing that.